What's going on, guys? So today is a gorgeous day. It's like 72 degrees, light breeze outside, you know, kind of half sun, half no sun. It's just beautiful. So I have to get outside to do a video. And this just showed up in the mail. New BATTLBOX. So let's jump right in. So today, my EDC is a Solaris, all right, from Orion Knives. Very cool. I'll have a video on that in the future. Actually, I have two of these. This is one I've been getting a lot more use on, though. Oops, did I miss that? I don't think I did. All right. So, little button lock, super fun. Put that off to the side. Also going to put this off to the side. All right, we'll check that when we're done. But we are on Mission Brief 87. So, where do we start? I'm going to start here. We have a DD hammock. Oh no, it's Tarp. I'm sorry. I just assumed it was a hammock because it says DD Hammocks, but that's the brand. So we have a 3x3 Tarp, is that right? Size 3 meters by 3 meters. Okay, Coyote Brown, 190T polyester, PU coated. 4 guy ropes and 4 pegs, 19 attachment points, allowing for multiple setup configurations. Super cool. All right, so this is going to be basically ground cover, and I have to say, I'll tell you a quick little story in a second here. Let's take a look at this real quick. I'm not familiar with DD hammocks, although they make obviously lots of hammocks and tents and stuff, looks like. All right, they have a ton of products here. Yeah, they have some tents. They have some insulated sleeping bags, look like. Very cool. All right, so let me tell you my story real quick. I went camping with my brother-in-law, Vinny, which if I filmed this, you guys would have loved it. Perhaps in the future we'll do something like that. But I went camping, and I forgot to bring a ground tarp. All right, so we had our tent. Our tent was directly on the ground. Of course it rained, like it always does. I'd say probably half of my camping trips it's just been raining, like pouring rain, right? Just how it ends up being. And of course it was pouring rain, and we're sleeping on the ground. Can't really sleep, we're just BSing, talking and stuff late into the night. And all of a sudden the tent just started filling with water. First it was just a little puddle, a little splashing here and there, whatever. At some point we're cracking up at like 3 in the morning, can't sleep, literally laying in a sauna. Okay, must have had 1 to 2 inches of water because we did not have a ground tarp. Okay, it is super important that if you're putting up a tent, okay, now if it doesn't rain, maybe you get lucky and you don't have to worry about this, but from my experience, it is a must-have to have ground cover so that if it does rain, you don't get that water coming up from the ground. All right, just super important. So that is definitely going to come in handy. Of course, I have one now. We have regular tarps, but I like this setup with all these different attachment points. All right, because sometimes, like when Christina and I will set up the tent, underneath the tarp we put on, sometimes it gets a little bunched up. You know, maybe, who knows? Walking around, wind, but maybe one corner gets tucked. We have to kind of, you know, fix it. So yeah, this is definitely going to come in handy. Put that off to the side for a second here. What is this? There's 2 of them. I really don't know what these are. So we're going to hold on to those. Actually, put them off to the side for just a minute. Let's see if there's something else. Ooh, there's a fox knife in there. That's not related, I don't think. That's a whole separate thing. Here's a coupon for the Raptor Razor, which I have used, which is very cool. I've used this one. I want to say I might have gotten this too, but I never used it. I didn't skin anything. But yeah, the Mano I've used before. 35% off if you're interested. It's just BATTLBOX. But that's not what I'm interested in. I was looking for more information on those strips, but I might have to wait to the end and refer to that. Alright, so let's see what's next here. Body wipes. Alright, Clean Freak. These things are actually really handy. Again, it's summertime. Jeez, the bird landed right above us. Alright, I was going to get a shot of the bird, but it keeps flying away and coming back. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, these are just, it's not an exciting thing, you know what I'm saying, but it's definitely necessary when it's hot and sweaty and you're doing different activities, especially if you're, you know, hiking and things like that. I mean, if you're camping, maybe you have access to, you know, some kind of a showers, if you're at a campground. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, maybe there's a river or a stream or a lake or something, you can take a quick little dip in and wash yourself, but it's important to be hygienic. You know what I'm saying? The pits, the crotch, the butt, you know, it's just one of those things. I know you didn't want to hear all that, but you have all of that, more than likely, and you got to keep clean, you know what I'm saying? Front and back, up and down. So, yeah, these are just really handy. This is stuff my wife particularly likes, because we, leave stuff like this in the car. I'm out and about, maybe you're just kind of sweating, you put on deodorant, but you're stinking a little bit or whatever. Go back to the car, give yourself a quick wipe down. You know what I'm saying? Put on some more deodorant. Keep extra deodorant in your car. Maybe not all summer, but if you're going to a particular trip, you're going to be sweating your butt off. Maybe it's a good thing to have. I've done that before. I don't always keep it in there because I'm afraid it's going to melt. Just like if anyone who left like a chapstick in the car or something, you go to use it after it's been sitting there all season, and it's just kind of like a melted blob and gross. But anyway, you guys get it. I don't have to preach to you about hygiene. So put that off to the side for a second. All right, so what's this? Rinse mod. Includes one rinse mod and life loop. So what's a rinse mod? So it looks like this goes onto a regular Nalgene bottle, or a water bottle, whatever, and it has a bail or a handle. BPA free, made in China, do not microwave, dishwasher safe, designed in the USA. All right, well, yeah, I guess. Oh, okay, so this has some holes in the top. Let's break this open so you can see what I'm talking about here. So this is basically your screw-on for your, I guess, standard. I'll have to try this with my water bottles, but you could obviously fill the bottle with water. All right, and there's just some holes on top here, so you can shake it around and clean it, and maybe use this. Actually, we're talking about hygiene before. Let's say you're washing off your arms, your armpits, or whatever, or your head. Maybe instead of just trying to drizzle on water, you fill your bottle up, and then you have these little holes, so it's almost like a mini shower. Of course, you don't have any pressure or anything. But that's something that I'd use this for if I was out camping. You know what I'm saying? I can, if you're obviously with someone else, I can hold it for you while you're doing your thing, washing your face or whatever. But I'm assuming it's not meant for that. That's just something that I would use it for. It would just be for, rinsing out your cups and bottles and stuff. So we'll see what that looks like in there too. Maybe they have a picture, an example. All right, so let's see what this is. Oh, okay, it's the Raptor Razor. Okay, this is the Skinner. I'm like, maybe we got one of these. We just got one right here, okay? So I definitely did not get this before because I am not familiar with this case. However, I will tell you, because of what's allowed and not allowed on YouTube. Oh, you know what? Is this what I think it is? Is this the one with the skinning blades? Oh, no. No, this is like a whole kit. We got a boning knife in here. Looks like maybe a saw. We have a steel, kitchen steel, a handle. We got some bits. Oh, this is interesting. This is totally different than what I thought. Yeah, we have a couple boning knives, looks like. A long one. I don't know if they're considering this like a fillet knife. It has a little flex in it. This is fascinating. Definitely going to have to reference. It's totally not what I thought. So, no, we still don't have a skinning one. But this is something very different. And then there's obviously the T-handle. Wow, okay. Definitely going to have to look at the picture inside the box to make sure I'm going to put that together properly. Of course, did I do something wrong here? No. Alright. So we're going to reference that in a little bit. Let's put that over here. Alright, let's see what this guy is. Model Outdoors. Oh, some kind of bottle. Flow mod, go mod, sling mod, rinse mod. Okay, alright, so this is the bottle from the same company as the cap here. Alright, so let's see. Pure mod, I guess there's a filter in there. Flow mod. Interesting. Break this guy open. Take a look at it. I know my wife's gonna like this. She loves things like this. Oh, so the whole thing is silicone. Fascinating. Alright, so this is just an accessory to this, and I'm assuming they sell the other accessories like a filter, maybe some other stuff. So it's double-ended. I like that this is metal here, the metal insert for the threads. Let's see if I can get these instructions out. Seems fascinating for sure. Definitely have my interest. All right. The handbook. That's where we're gonna need the handbook. All right, so you guys can read that if you want. How to use life loops. How to collapse, so you can collapse it. That's nice for storage. I have one, I don't know if we got it in this in a BATTLBOX before, but I have one that totally collapses down to like this. It's so small, but the problem is that when you puff it back up, even when you fill it with water, it kind of holds its old shapes. It's all wrinkly looking and stuff, but I mean, it does work. All right, so there's the rinse mod cap. And I guess that's what it's for. It's not really for cleaning out your bottles. It would be maybe for literally rinsing yourself, like a makeshift shower. All right. When I do these things, I'm opening stuff half the time. I don't know what I'm talking about. You guys know that. Maybe that's why you watch it, because you like to see me fumble around like an idiot. But eventually I learn. Usually off cameras when I really read instructions and figure out what's going on. Yeah, I'll have to investigate it more, but that's kind of what it's looking like. So you can use this as a regular Nalgene bottle. You can carry water to drink it. You can wash yourself. You can filter water, all kinds of things. But I'm sure, like, you know, the Pure Mod, there's no filter in here, so obviously it's going to be a different accessory. Fascinating stuff, though. All right, so I know you guys are really wondering about the knife. This is technically a knife. It's actually multiple knives. But let's see, Fox Americas. All right, let's go ahead and grab our knife, which I put over here. Using knives to open knives. That's what we do. Alright. What do we have here? It's an interesting size box. I wonder, is it a folder? Small fixed blade? I don't know. I'm going to say folder. Am I right? Am I wrong? Is it not anything I thought? Oh, it's not even... I see the diagram, the picture there. Not something I could have guessed at all. Well, that's a strong snap. Jeez. Fox Americas. So we have a blade set. These are like different types of gigs. So we have a saw, and I'm wondering if they're, well, I'll look at the rest of the package in a second. Let's take these out so you guys can see a little better. Nice and oiled up. So we have a little saw here. Fascinating. I don't know if there's a separate handle, or if these are just all meant to be tied onto things like some kind of survival. You know, you get your, make your own handle in the woods. We have like a little arrowhead blade. Put that back carefully so we don't cut into our packaging. And then we have more of a spear point arrowhead here. Super unique. I'm gonna guess that you do make your own kind of you know, handles or shafts for it. You know, these are notched in here, and of course this has some different curves so you can get some paracord or some twine or something like that, or your own cordage to really lock it in. That's what it's looking like, but I've guessed many times before and been wrong many times before, so we're gonna go ahead and look at the paperwork and see, just to be sure. You gotta be careful putting these things back. I could totally see someone going to put this back in here and just cutting right to the plastic. Alright, let's close this up. And we got some cord here, obviously to use with your own wood handle. What is this? Oh, nothing, plastic. Okay. So yeah, that's what this is. Survival arrowhead set. The arrowhead set is primarily designed for use as a secondary blade in a personal survival situation, or anyone else if you may find a use. The nubs at the base of the tang, along with the hole cutouts, make it possible to lash the arrowhead to a stick, make a makeshift spear or lance. Use a saw provided in this kit to cut your broadhead notch for your spear. It is nice they do have that, just in case this is the only blade you have. But I'll tell you what, if you find yourself lost in Mother Nature, and this is all you have, and you don't have a knife with you, you're probably not going to make it. I hate to break it to you. But I'd probably just say a nice little prayer, enjoy the scenery until you starve to death. But if you're handy, you have this, you probably have a bunch of other crap too, and you're probably going to be okay. So yeah, that's interesting. I do really like it. However, I want to see, I don't know if they're going to consider that the knife of the month. It's got to be this Raptor Razor thing. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's, you know, it is what it is. There's enough room in this pouch to literally provide a very small handle, whether it's plastic, wood, whatever, metal. They could put that in the kit. Obviously, it's going to cost more money, and you have to make the whole thing more money. But I just feel like they should do that so you can use it like a small knife and not necessarily be stuck with just arrowheads. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're surviving, you need all kinds of different blades, ideally, for different tasks. So, let's go ahead and look at our paperwork here. Alright. So, well, you guys can read that. I'm not going to read it out loud. Here we go. So, Clean Freak body wipes, check. The Fox Edge arrowhead set, check. Of course, you can see an example of that tied onto a stick. Okay, I didn't know what this was. This is a modal, I guess same brand as the bottle. Flexa-biner. Oh, okay, that makes some sense. Let's grab one of those, take a look at that again. Hang on. Totally makes sense now. So this is basically going to wrap around whatever you need. Alright, and you can use whatever hole you need. Right? Am I doing that right? Oh no, I guess it'd be like this. Alright, so you can make, you know, as small or as big as you need. See how hard it is to pop this in, like the second hole, let's say. So it's going to stretch out. It's definitely tight. I guess that's the point. You don't want it to fall out once you have it on there. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, yeah, I get it. You can make these as big or small for, you know, just lashing out the things. It's an interesting piece of gear. Definitely find a use for these. Okay, that makes sense. Now we know what those things are. Okay, then we have the bottle with the rinse mod. Alright. Then the hammock tarp. Do you want to see? Oh, okay. That makes sense. I automatically assume using it on the ground, but it is nice to use it for coverage. You can see in the picture there. So obviously it's versatile. It's essentially just a tarp. I mean, you could do a lot of things with tarp, but my mind gravitated towards, you know, under your tent. All right, then yes, they're considering this the knife of the month. Where's the other? Did I miss something? No, I already said it. The Fox Edge. All right, so the Raptor Razor fillet mano kit. All right, so this is kind of a dedicated fillet blade. There's 3 different lengths. It looks like. It says this fillet kit is a must-have for do-it-yourself fisherman and hunter. Multiple blades, you can easily tackle the toughest projects. Designed 100% machined aluminum. The housing is lightweight, retains superior strength and durability. Its innovative design offers a faster and cleaner way to process game, becoming a multifunctional knife. All blades are 420 stainless steel, double ground, tapered, which provides the perfect amount of flex when filleting. So yeah, I mean, there is a little flex in there. It's not like crazy flexible. And 420 stainless, yeah, you know how I feel about that. It's soft, but you know, to be fair, it's extremely easy to sharpen. It's just after you use it, you're going to have to sharpen it. Easily keep your edge sharp with the high carbon sharpening rod that is provided. So obviously they know that. They put that in there as well. All right, you can see how actually the T-handle, it is their T-handle, but they just created this piece so that it can go into the end of it. That's pretty cool. Fascinating stuff. All right, simply switch out the bits to accommodate the next task. All right, so they do have the bits here, so obviously you can, you know, take the handles apart, and there's looks like 3 Phillips here to pop onto the new blade. So, yeah, that's fascinating. That's something I'm definitely going to take out and use. I kind of want to do a catch and cook at some point during the summer. Definitely feeling some bluegill. I kind of want to do like a little fish fry type deal. I've never had bluegill tail, and I heard when it's fried up, it's almost like bacon. It's supposed to be really good and completely edible, not to mention the actual fish itself. So perhaps I'll get some use on this in the future, trying it out. So yeah, that's fascinating stuff. It's not the most exciting box to me. That's the whole thing with these battle boxes. I mean, some people will be like, I would never use that stuff. And some people love it and do use it all the time. For me personally, I do like any kind of random gear like this. Like, this is something that if I saw at the store, I'm kind of 50-50. Maybe I'd get them to try. Maybe I wouldn't care about it, you know. This arrowhead set, that's totally something that I would get in a box. It's not something I would buy, you know, in the future. I would never see that at the store and go, oh yeah, I really want those arrowheads. But I'm not that person that's going out and frog gigging and doing all this, like, you know, trying to live off the land type stuff. Maybe that's something that someone else is super interested in. Water bottles, absolutely anywhere. You know, you don't have to be in the middle of the woods to use a good Nalgene bottle or something like that. Obviously, I love all camp gear because me and Christina really enjoy camping and just spending time outside in general. But that's more versatile. This you can use obviously anywhere. You could be in the middle of a city, surrounded by people, in an elevator, and have a stinky armpit or something, and might want to just wipe yourself down real quick. You know what I'm saying? So like this gear, it's kind of hit and miss as to who may have a need for it, who may have an interest in it. Yeah, I'd love to have just a really cool knife, you know, every month. And that's why some people do these clubs, because they just really enjoy the knife. But I always find use, and I always love trying new things. That's the whole point. And the biggest thing is getting exposed to gear that you might not think you like. If, again, you saw it at Walmart or you saw it at a sporting goods store or something, you might pass right by it. never care about it. But when you get it in a box like this and you're just kind of like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to use that. Sometimes you love that stuff. I can definitely attest personally to dozens of items that I've gotten in boxes like these or similar boxes, or even in trades when people add like bonus stuff in trades, things I never would have ever bought, ever. But it turns out I love them. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. You just never know what you're going to like. And of course, as Forrest Gump would say, life is like BATTLBOX. You never know what you're going to get. So, you know, some people like it, some people don't. I think it's cool. I'm into a surprise. But as I've said before, if you don't like surprises, they sell individual stuff on their website as well, which makes a lot of sense for a lot of people out there who don't like surprises and don't want so much random gear that they might not have a use for. But anyway, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Today is just really, I'm going to sit back here as soon as I shut the camera off, maybe play around with some of this little stuff, but just kind of enjoy nature for a minute. You know, that's the whole point of these things, you know, getting out of the house, breaking away from our TVs, breaking away from our cell phones, and living a little. You know what I'm saying? So I love the gear. I love it all. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.